Hey everybody, welcome back to Comic Crow. And so Velma is out, and I'm not going to watch it. All right, I've seen clips. I've seen people have sent me things, so I can watch it. And I got HBO Max. I'm just not interested. I don't even want to hate watch it. This looks really stupid on so many levels. And look, I grew up with Scooby-Doo, okay? I love just about everything Scooby-Doo. Even if it's bad, I can still kind of appreciate it. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, it's Scooby-Doo. I like the characters. I like him and Shaggy. And I even think you can do, like, a fun parody of that. Because, like, Venture Bros, okay, which is an amazing cartoon that if you haven't seen it, I don't know what's wrong with you. But there is a whole parody episode with the Mystery Gang, except they're all very old. The van is like beat up. Fred's a complete control freak. Daphne can't actually speak up to him. Velma is like fifth wave fucking feminist. And Shaggy is having a mental health crisis, and he gets groovy snacks, which are a bunch of pills. So the thing is, like, you can parody Scooby-Doo. You can take the idea and expand upon it, which they've even done in the comics. But this show is so detached from anything resembling Scooby-Doo. And when I say that, first off, this features Velma as the main character, which I'm not really against. It's more of an issue where it's not Velma at all. It's literally Mindy Kaling, the voice actress for her. It's 100% just a self-insert of who she is playing the character. For instance, look, this is the comedy in the show. Fred's a rich white guy with a tiny dong. Those are all white people, Daphne. White people, white girl with too much money, white girl with too much money, and then Fred being a Nazi for some reason. Look, this is just Mindy Kaling's sense of humor, right? White people suck. Ha ha ha. Funny, laugh, clap, everybody, clap. And I've seen a clip, and it's basically a clip where Velma has falsely accused Fred of a crime, okay? And decides to come clean that he couldn't be the criminal who did the murders because he's a rich white guy. He can't even feed himself. And then everybody laughs at Fred. And I'm like, what? Like, I mean, this just seems like mean, like legitimately mean-spirited. Like, you're taking this massive shit on something a lot of people love by just completely warping anything related to the characters. The only thing in this show you can say is related to Scooby-Doo is the designs of the characters somewhat resemble Scooby-Doo, and they share the same names somewhat. Like Shaggy, okay, is a beta male black guy with none of the typical characteristics of Shaggy, okay? Like, why couldn't you just make him a fucking stoner, right? With the damn munchies and his fucking Scooby snacks or edibles, right? You could have done that. Oh, that would be too obvious. Instead, let's make him a fucking beta male without a dog. Like, what were you people thinking? Right? Like, what were you people thinking? I know you weren't thinking anything because you're stupid. All right? You saw an IP that HBO owns, and you decided to, like, use that IP so Mindy Kaling could do a self-insert story about her in high school, right? That's what we have here, and it's really stupid and it's really dumb. Like, I don't care so much about the race swapping of the characters when I see that these characters in no way resemble who they even are supposed to be. Like all they share is a rough resemblance to the actual Scooby Gang, without Scooby, and they have the same names. That is it. Like Scooby-Doo, they're friends, right? They're fucking friends, okay? And in this, they're all terrible people. And Velma seems like just an awful fucking cunt. Like I don't know how else to say it. It's really bad. But there are some other complaints with the show, okay? And I'm gonna just show you this, okay? And people have been pointing this out for a while because right over here, it is confirmed. Like the show takes place in high school, and her character is supposedly 15, but they say like right over here, sweater with room for two, winky face. It's like, okay, look, if you want this to be an adult comedy, don't make the main character 15 and then, sexualize them, right? Like that's, to me, I understand why people are pointing this out and saying it's really fucking weird. And then I guess with the Daphne character, there was a trailer or something for the show, and she's naked, right? Look, I just look at it and I go, this seems like something that, they do these adult comedies, but they have kids and teenagers as the main characters, and they're engaging in certain behaviors that like are gross and really inappropriate for a kid, right? In terms of like, you know what I mean, right? I'm not saying this is the biggest thing in the world because we've seen it a lot. Like Netflix has that show Big Mouth, which is kids going through puberty, right? And it's an adult comedy, so you just figure out how that all comes together. But like my thing is, these characters don't in any way resemble anything related to Scooby-Doo. And it's so weird because there's a lot that you could do, right? Instead, this is just like your generic, woke-ish fucking comedy. And I guess everybody hates it. Like, I don't know if HBO just didn't have the money to pay to get like solid reviews like Disney does with everything that they drop. I mean, probably. It sounds like they're really low on funds right now. So the critics aren't giving this any real praise. In fact, I was like looking to see, okay, which article should I pull up? And I was like, look at this. Variety, HBO Max's Velma can't scare up a reason to exist. Forbes, HBO Max's Velma is getting absolutely savaged in reviews and online. Velma's debut audience score plummets towards single figures. That's just from MovieWeb. Like, these are the most neutral ones. GameSpot, Velma Review Roundup, Review Geek, which is talking about reviewing the first 2 episodes, and The Guardian, which goes, Scooby-Doo's Brainy Bud gets a spunky reimagining. The Guardian will simp for anything terrible, I guess. But yeah, no, this is sad. This is so sad. Okay, like I'm not even interested in hate watching it because again, if this is the comedy in the show, right? If you're just gonna be like absolutely mean, okay, for no fucking reason other than he's a white guy, right? I don't know why you would do that with like Fred. You can make fun of Fred in so many ways. Instead, they do. He's a rich boy. He requires mommy and daddy to cut his food for him because he can't use utensils apparently. And he also has a very 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 tiny dick, which is mentioned in the show, I guess, more than once. So like and Shaggy is a beta male who got friend zoned by Velma because, everybody is looking to hook up with the racist, nasty, and, slightly plump girl in high school, right? Like that's top fucking candidate. Jesus, this whole thing is just so bad. This whole thing is just so bad. I don't know, guys, you let me know what you think in the comments section. I guess here's how this is gonna work. There's going to be an episode, like every week for a little bit. And in every single episode, it's going to get kind of more idiotic, more stupid. And they're just going to unnecessarily shit on Scooby-Doo and its legacy in the most vile ways possible because the people involved in the show, don't actually like Scooby-Doo, right? They don't actually care about it. They're just using it as a vehicle for, the story that they actually want to tell. So when they, make reference to something related to Scooby because they think it's dumb, right? They're just going to take a massive shit all over it. And then we'll react, and I'll still insist that nobody watch this, because you need to teach HBO Max a lesson that they can't just drop shit like this and get people to hate watch it for views. Like, don't fucking watch this. It is awful. It's bad. This image alone should tell you that.